Lily somehow can sense that the notebook is under part of the statue. How would she know that it's there?
So we heard about Fiji.
They have no similar friends. Those are basically Lily's only friends. How did they know?
How would they know?
Langston?
You know I'm bad at distance.
Oh my
Stop
God!
Well, why didn't you tell me you were still seeing her in the notebook?
I don't know what happened there. Buckle your seatbelts because I was fucking fuming. Hi guys, so I actually made 2 parts because I had way too much to say. Everything right with Dash&Lily, make sure to watch this after this one. And everything wrong with Dash&Lily, which you're watching right now. So let's get right into it with Dash in the first episode.
Hey!
Season's great!
Oh, come on, tinsel!
He says like, ew, tinsel. And she says something I don't remember. But the interesting thing is, in the same episode, we get the same storyline, but in the point of view of Lily. If it's supposed to be the same situation, why do they not say the same thing? Like, what's going on?
Hey! Seriously?
Season's greetings!
Hey, seriously? He sounds like such a fucking asshole there. Like, what's going on?
Hey!
Season's greetings!
Oh, come on, tinsel!
Are they in different dimensions? Like, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Like, what is the glitch in the Matrix? That was just weird to me, that scene was like completely different. I don't know.
Oh, sorry, it's an emergency.
The Santa scene. It starts off with Santa saying, "We got a big boy."
You got a big boy. You're never too old for Santa.
Well, what if Santa's too old for me? Like, am I the only one that gets like weird vibes right now?
I'm not here for that.
I'm not here for that either. Like,
Come, sit on my lap first.
I don't want to sit on your lap. That is so weird to me.
I mean, I kind of...
Come on, if you want a present from Santa, you gotta sit on his lap.
I don't want your present, Santa. I don't want your present.
Fine.
This scene is so much.
You want my Christmas list?
No, why does he moan like that? Why does he moan like that? I mean, he's being grabbed by the neck, but why is he like, I hate it here. I literally hate it here. This is one of the most uncomfortable scenes to me in this whole thing.
I want to give you a warning, punk. Promise me you won't hurt her.
You are hurting me!
You're hurting me! Gasp.
I'm gonna need backup in Santa Land.
So, pay attention to the Macys elf. You may think like, side character, but he's gonna come back later.
He stole Santa's hat!
The little Miss Girl is stating the obvious. He stole Santa's hat. Yeah, he had to do it to get to know her name, and the name is in the hat, and it's not that important. On the way out, he's crashing the whole fucking party. Throwing Christmas trees left and right, and like, who cares? He's not paying for it. He's a nice young gentleman. So after that, I think they go to Central Park, and there's this like Alice statue, and Lily somehow can sense that the notebook is under part of the statue. Like, she just has a magical connection to it at this point. That was so weird to me. Like, how would she know that it's there? They can't communicate to each other besides what's written in the book. Like, how did she like spider sense where the book is? Anyway, we continue with the Alice theme, and she goes to this like really LSD rave type of gig. I think it seems super fun. I would love to go there. It seems super cool. Touch like a rave vibe, to be honest, but whatever. One thing that really stuck out to me here is that this one guy is saying like, "Who are you? Who are you?" And I really need you to keep that in mind later. I don't know if that's intentional, but my brain made a connection. I'm so powerful like that.
I am so powerful. My mind, it amazes me sometimes.
She wakes up, it was just a dream. She doesn't want to go, but she actually goes to the Jewish rave party Dash actually invited her to. And she doesn't get an address, she just stares at the flyer.
If you're staring at Holla, congratulations, you made it.
And there's like a picture of this Jewish bread, I think. And that's how she knows she's like in the right place. Then a drag queen comes out and she's like, "You can't get in unless you have like a really sad story for me, because I need your drag, you know?"
What's your drag, Bubba?
Does something have to be bringing me down?
It does if you want to get inside.
And she's like, my parents are gone. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry for your loss. And she's like, no, they are in Fiji. And she's like, fuck you. Like, you spoiled ass bitch. Like, don't tell me about your fucking parents. I want something that makes me sad. Like, I want to feel better about me, you know? I want to hear why you feel shitty. And I want to feel better about me.
I've never been kissed.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Boy.
Major crisis. She's 17, never been kissed. What a fucking loser. That's how she gets in. What the hell? It's just a kiss, it's not that important. Anyway, I guess it's more important when you're 17. Whatever.
Girl, get down there and rectify your situation.
Thank you.
Down the rabbit hole.
She gets into the party. One thing that's really cool that I really like is that she's like down the rabbit hole, seeing this like reference back to the Alice thing. 3 consecutive things right after each other. Really building up this Alice theme, but like not just repeating the same visuals or something. I really appreciated that.
Excuse you. Rude.
Rude. Then we get like a quick cameo of Dusty Ray Bottoms, if anybody watches Drag Race. So somehow Lily manages to like bump into Dusty Ray Bottoms. 2 girls that want to start a fight. And then another girl that has like a drink and spills it all over her. In seconds, literal seconds. Gets completely drenched, runs to the bathroom. Dash left a note on the mirror that's like, you can do it. So I don't know how he had like this psychic ability to know that she would like get in there.
For my mind, oh, it amazes me sometimes.
One thing that I want to talk about is that there's one guy banging on the door, literally crushing the door almost. And he's like, get out now. And it's like, who the fuck is that? Like, if you're like me, you're like really curious to see his face when she gets out. And they're just 2 girls. Where's the guy? Who was banging on the door? Like, why do you want to get in there so badly and then just leave? Like, do you just like bang on the door like 5 times and like scream? It was like way more in the episode. He was like going berserk out there. Then he just left. Like, where was he? I really wanted to see him. Yeah, she then goes out there and gives us a lot of that. And a whole bunch of that. And they all love her. She's like the queen of the party. Like, they all are dying for her. She even has to take a bow. So Lily tells Lily about Dash and that he was looking for her and the impressive detective work. That's the only thing where I disagree with Aunt Lily. The address was written in the boot. Right? So she goes to the pizza parlor, which is the only connection she has to Dash because they want to bait her in the second episode to see who she is, but then she kind of like escape, but then like the best friend, like Dash's best friend ran after her, and then like get to know each other, but Dash doesn't know that his best friend knows Lily. Jesus Christ. I don't even know if you need to know all that. Anyway, this next scene is a drug deal.
You deliver, right?
Well,
The order has to be placed by 5 p.m. Can you do that?
Somebody wants to get their afternoon. Real Liddy.
Hey, where you go? He's coming back, right?
I love how Liddy is just like, I don't even fucking know you. So then Dash gets the next dare, which is to go to this certain house. It's like all decked out. And he has to say what he sees, and he says like, oh, I see depressing stuff. It's like edgy teenage stuff. Like, I'm so quirky and I hate everything. And, you know, I'm special and I wear a beanie. Like, that whole Riverdale moment again.
I'm weird. Have you ever seen me without this stupid hat on? That's weird.
But then he actually gets serious. She's like, yeah, look again. And he's like, okay, I see an old couple. And guys, this old couple is so cute. Anyways, back to Dash. He's in his father's apartment and gets exposed right now.
I love that you couldn't destroy your creation. You always follow your heart.
oh, Dad? Jesus, Dash, what the hell are you doing here?
I think he looks like such a little mousy red boy with his little like glass, and he's like all hunched over like that. I think he looks so funny.
Did you and Benny
Breakup? Yeah,
because of Puerto Rico?
he's leaving me.
Jumping back to Lily, dramatic. Her brother broke up with his long-term boyfriend. I think they were on their 3rd date or whatever. And oh my god, stay to the end of this video. This makes me so mad in retrospective. I really want to punch him in the fucking throat.
Out of sight, out of mind has burned me in the past, and I am not doing long distance again.
I felt bad at the moment, but you will see why later. Like, what a fucking idiot.
Hi again.
Hi again.
back to Dash. Ex-girlfriend's back in the picture. They're out for dinner with the father, and he invited her because she always like breaks up the tension. But she is so useless during this dinner. She doesn't say anything.
You're still giving my son the time of day.
Really, it's the opposite. I should thank Dash for making time for me.
Which is very true. Like, he was avoiding her the whole time, but then he was like, okay, well, I guess I could use her for this dinner, so it isn't that awkward. But she's no help. But then
Listen to your Mochi.
he remembers the like Yoda moment with like Lily, where he's like, oh my god, listen to your Mochi, and then somehow he like makes up a cute situation with the father where they were in the library.
My mind.
See you in the new year, kiddo.
And the father's like, yeah, see you next year. And I was like, but he lives in his apartment. Like, do they like not see each other now? Like, he can't go to the mother's house because she's like in Hawaii and he's living in the dad's apartment. Like, do they not talk to each other until like New Year's? Like, what's going on?
That was not the Dash that I know. You didn't even need me.
You didn't even need me. And like, yeah, thank God, because you didn't even help at all. Like, you didn't even try, bitch. Like, and after that, the next day,
Lily's, unique.
So this is why you made me come all the way to Gowanus for bye.
ex-girlfriend gives me major Blair Waldorf vibes. We switch to Lily and they're in the same place. This is something they do quite often in the show, which I also like.
So we heard about Fiji.
Her girlfriends come up and they're like, yeah, so we heard about Fiji. And I'm like, how? Where? Who told you about Fiji? They have no similar friends. Those are basically Lily's only friends. How did they know?
How would they know?
How would they know? They're gonna know.
They're gonna know.
Like, who told them? Did the mother call them and was like, yeah, just so you know, like, we're moving to Fiji. They're like, we heard about it. Like, did she post it on Facebook? Or did she post it to her Instagram story? She's like, oh my god, you guys, like, I have to go to Fiji. This doesn't make sense at all. Unless they were at the karaoke night or the stand-up thing and they understood the rant about that, there's no way they could know. The girl, which party this is like, okay, Lily, truth or dare? And she's like, truth?
Truth?
So she's asking about the craziest place they have ever hooked up. And Lily doesn't have an answer. Like, okay, but made out? Lily still doesn't have an answer.
Held hands?
This is where I have the issue. Labrador boy, when they were in the elevator, they were holding hands. Like, it was an important moment. Did we all forget about that? Why did I remember that? Lily, that happened to you like 20 minutes ago. What the hell? The director, did he like forget that he just had them hold hands? Or like, that was weird. Golden Retriever boy is like, okay, let me call you an Uber.
Have you really never been kissed?
Why? Because I'm weird?
No, because you're beautiful.
They almost kiss, but then they can't pay for the Uber. It's like, oh, it was cute. It got fucked up again. And it's like, maybe it's just not meant to be, you know? He somehow just gets an accent.
This holiday surge pricing is way too expensive, and my dad is such a dick about keeping me on a budget.
The holiday pricing is ridiculous. I can't do an accent, but I don't know. She's looking at him so judgmental.
Night, Lily.
She's like, you ain't shit. And, you know, I don't appreciate that, Lily. That was a little too harsh. Lily's like, well, I gotta get to my adult friends to underage drink, so...
Notebook boy has a girlfriend and he's been keeping it from me.
Oh, honey. Drink up.
Hey, you're not old enough, Juice.
Nope.
And I feel like I'm this, like, old grumpy guy, too. Like, can we all remember that she is 17? And she's, like, getting blacked out drunk in a bar? Is that normal in New York? Like, when they do illegal stuff in TV shows, it makes me kind of anxious for them sometimes.
Ew, nope.
Tastes like a candy cane. Peppermint schnapps.
I want another one.
I want another one. Anyway, she's like drunk texting Labrador boy, I want a kiss, why didn't you kiss me? 3 seconds later, there he is.
Mistletoe.
Actually, it's holly, but a lot of people make that.
And she's like getting all smarty ass, and he like shuts her up with a kiss, which is like standard, but cute.
Lily?
They make up for a hot minute, but then Dash enters the scene. He's like, oh my god, Lily? My homegirl, Lily? Dash is bringing Lily home,
I know where to take her.
and Labrador Boy is kind of not fighting for her. But as soon as I leave, he's like hitting on the lesbian. He doesn't know that she's a lesbian. We don't know at this point either, I think. But disgusting. Disgusting!
It's okay, don't worry about it. I'll take her.
No, I'll take her myself.
Hey, I'm Tebow.
I'm so proud of him sometimes, and he's so cute, and then he does shit like this, and it's like, fuck off, Tebow. I know why I call him Labrador Boy. Talking about lesbian energy, I am sensing something here.
You spent the night with a girl who's obnoxiously perfect, stupidly amazing, and unfairly gorgeous.
They're talking about the ex-girlfriend, and I get it. She got game.
You left the party wearing those clothes. I'm not stupid.
No, Sophia and I broke up a year ago.
Well, they have this like huge argument. There was so much tension at this point. It was bound to happen. But this scene is so weird because like normally when they like redub a scene, it really works, but this time it completely didn't.
Well, why didn't you tell me you were still seeing her in the notebook?
I don't know what happened there. She's like saying one thing and her mouth is like slightly open, and after that she like turns around. It sounds completely different. It doesn't match at all. I don't know what happened there. That was very weird. Dash is instantly slut shaming.
I'm not with Edgar either.
Oh, so you just kissing a lot of meaningless guys then, huh?
It was my first kiss. I wanted to be with you, but you weren't there.
And Lily instantly gets a hangover. Instantly. Like she just drank, went on a cab ride, and just instantly has a hangover. That's not how it works, but I guess, well, I would say when you're 17 you don't know, but the producers knew, right? So that's weird. Why does she instantly have a headache?
Taking too many sips of other people's drinks leads to headaches.
Dash is then back in the apartment, and we finally get an answer to if the father left or not.
I was never gonna be the guy in your head, and you were never gonna be the girl in mine.
He left. So at least that makes sense. Why the father said like see you next year. I don't know if they instantly left. Why did they even like come to New York? Like him and Sabine or whatever his girlfriend's name was. If they're gonna leave the same evening, but that's the jet set life. Corona doesn't exist there. Thank God.
I don't think we should see each other again.
Dash is writing the book and he's like super depressed and he's watching this animation movie. You are so welcome for me sparing you all of this mess, because they keep talking about this movie the whole time. They're like billboards and like Lily's like so excited about it and they keep talking about it. There's way too much going on with this movie and I'm like, is it a real movie? But it's not. Dash is in the movie theater looking dramatically over to the empty seat and he's like, bitch, you're missing out on this riveting plot about a stapler and paper.
I'm so sorry about Benny.
And here we freaking go. This is what we've waited for. We finally get to know more about the breakup of the brother. Buckle your seatbelts because I was fucking fuming.
I can't believe he was gonna move to Puerto Rico without telling you.
Oh no, he's not moving. He's visiting his abuelita for the first 2 weeks of January.
You dumped him because he's going to Puerto Rico for 2 weeks? Langston!
Ah, you know I'm bad at distance.
Oh my
Stop
God!
Bitch hit him harder. I was mad. They broke up because of a 2-week vacation. I wanna die. Anyway, we then get a random Jonas Brothers cameo. Dash is running after Boomer. Boomer is mad.
Boomer, you blew me off on Christmas. Christmas? I'm not sorry, but I need your help. I'm just gonna forgive you. I came to a Jonas Brothers concert for you.
So this is like the weirdest thing. He's like, you came to a Jonas Brothers concert, I forgive you.
You came to a Jonas Brothers concert for me? Yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess. Anyway, they need a spot to talk about Lily. And the gays are like, well, we got this. And then they get into Nick Jonas's trailer. Like, where else would they go? This is not helping the rumors about Nick Jonas being gay, but I don't like assuming someone's sexuality. I am not going to do that about Noah Beck, and I'm not going to do that about Nick Jonas. But that was just a little funny to me that the gays were like, we got this, and they got backstage passes to Nick Jonas's trailer. It's like, okay. They like talk there for like 20 minutes and Nick Jonas comes in and then they're like,
perfect, you're great. Thank you, Nick Jonas.
when that's like the Jonas Brothers cameo. I mean, the song was good.
Maybe we both had expectations that we could never live up to. That's the girl I've been falling in love with.
We could take the bridge and head down Ocean Parkway. Lily?
She jumps out the car. And the parents are like, what the fuck? But I don't feel bad for the parents. Who would have guessed?
I'll be waiting in the place where we began.
He's like, meet me at the library. She's going back there. And then all of a sudden...
This looks like a job for a Christmas elf. Jingle bells, sweetie.
Macys elf. I told you he's gonna come back. How did he get there? Why does he have the keys? This is not in a Macys. The bookstore is not in a Macys. It's in a random street. I don't even know if it's close to the Macys, but the elf has the keys to the Macys, to the bookstore, not to the Macys. That would make sense, but to the bookstore, that doesn't make sense. But well, he's like, bitch, jingle bells, gotta bounce. Was he waiting outside the whole time? Who knows? I don't. So she then enters a bookstore and it's kind of cute. Like Dash really decorated it. Like he also has like a whole buffet of like snacks that they were eating, like pretzels and stuff, and it's cute.
Gave me New York.
Yeah, figured on your last night you should at least get one last taste of it.
Yeah, and Dash does that. He's like, yeah, I want to give you a taste.
I have good friends. One of them knows a Macys elf.
Still no explanation why. Why? Like Boomer knows the Macys elf, of course, but why was he there? And was he waiting in front of the store? We don't know.
Stop, Dash. I want to tell you how I feel, but I can't because I've never felt this before.
The grandpa calls and he's like, girl, if you want to live with me, you can.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
So Lily's like, I can stay, and Dash's like, cool. This is where I would need a hype moment, like the one that we got from Labrador Boy. He was freaking out about a sweater. Could you imagine how much he would be freaking out about Lily actually staying in New York? On that regard, Labrador, 10, Dash, 3 out of 10. Like that reaction was like, whatever, I guess. But listen, overall, do I think she would have been better off with Labrador Boy? Probably not. Hitting on other girl, he was like mostly ruining the cute moments like right after he was cute. Probably not better, but some moments he was just cuter.
Parents, I should go find them. Apologize in person.
I'm so glad the door is locked because what the fuck? She's like, I gotta apologize to my parents in person, even though they just called me. I cannot pick this up. I gotta run. It doesn't make sense. So I'm glad the door is locked. So we get a cute ending.
Wait, they don't know I'm here.
Well, the door is locked. My parents don't know I'm here, so...
I got you a notebook. You can mail it from Puerto Rico.
The thought is kind of cute, but that is so expensive and you're not gonna do that. Just text, Skype, FaceTime, send voice memos. You're not gonna send a notebook back and forth. That is so extra as well. Also not very environmentally friendly, so we don't stand on that part again. I don't really like the brother either.
He's a stapler.
Yeah.
She's a piece of paper. He got close and she got
stapled.
Apparently it's a great movie. They won't shut the fuck up about it. Apparently it's a fantastic movie. She got stapled. Oh my god. I don't know if that's an analogy for anything. I bet Santa could tell us if that has a double meaning.
Sit on my lap first.
I'm pretty sure he could. Boomer and ex-GF are together now and cute. I forgot to mention this is New Year's. And then we finally find out that the other girl is not American. She is in fact a lesbian. So does Labrador Boy, and he just chugs his beer and spills half of that on his shirt, so. Yeah, we're leaving on a high note. A very, very high note for Labrador Boy. They did him dirty in the end. Like, that's his last scene. He's like spilling beer all over himself. I guess we had to hammer down that he was not the right choice. Still think he's cuter.
We could stay trapped a little longer. Happy New Year, Dash.
Happy New Year, Lily.
We get like a final cute scene of them kissing and the fireworks, and it's very cute. So that's the end of the show. I think it's a very cute show, even though a lot of things didn't make sense to me, which is why I wanted to make this video, but overall I think it's very cute. I think it's definitely worth watching, and if you need some advice for the second season, call me up, like production team. I'm definitely there for that. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a like, please subscribe. Tell me what I should talk about next and what I should watch next, and if I should do like more commentary videos like that. Yeah, see you later. Bye.